their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And here's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. And it's Valverde. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Is there any support? He might not need it. They want to be quick to recover this. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's De Jong. Well, that's been cut out, well played. He's in a good position here. With Rudiger. It's a searching pass. Some really good ball movement. Ferran Torres, there's the shot! And he's found the net! Barcelona are back in business. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Koundé, Pedri, Gordon, and Rafinha. He's on it, can he get away? Here's Mbappe! De Jong. And it's Balde. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Koundé.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
And Kubasi. Araujo. Balde. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's well spotted. Rafinha. And that brings the first half to a close. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I can certainly tell you I wasn't expecting this. What a half, what a game of football so far. I was honestly expecting the floodgates to open, but how quickly things can change.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Cucurella. Vinicius Junior. Very nicely done. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross needs to be good. Tries to get it clear. Oh, what has happened here? Vinicius Junior. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he cuts out the supply. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Gordon being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Konate gets across to intercept that. Cucurella. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. Rafinha. Thinks one through. Pass interception, his positioning was spot on. Cucurella charging forward down that flank. Cucurella. That'll be a throw-in.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 3, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18, el dorsal 20, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 15.
Cucurella. That was lovely, that. Oh, such a clever touch. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's nice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Gordon. Christensen. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He's shifting through the gears here. Rodrigo. Dani Olmo with the clearance. Looking to play him in. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella puts them all in. Corner number 2 then. That should get the job done.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Opts for safety. Has a look and plays it forward. And the counter is on. Looking for the run. That is good alertness. Dani Olmo. Gavi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Goes for a shot! Trustbar comes to the rescue. Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Tries to pass it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And it's been taken short. Now a sudden chance to counter. Shapes to shoot! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Madrid now on. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided. Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's... Valverde! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, they can break here. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tchouaméni. Searching pass he's played there. It's out for a goal kick. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions, attacking-wise, can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone.
Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Quarter of an hour played. And here's Dani Olmo. Valverde. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham charging forward, the ball at his feet. Decent chance! Of course! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind.
Oh, what has happened here? And they've been given a corner. They've played it short. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Corner number 2 then. That has been knocked clear. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. De Jong. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Oh, shooting chance! A chorus of approval here, it's really good play. Barcelona have their third corner. De Jong goes short. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's been taken short. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He is through here. Chouameni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. De Jong. Gordon. Now Christensen. That's a sharp pass. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Ferran Torres is having a shot! And that is wildly off target. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Now it's Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. He's had it taken off him. Valverde, given the lift of his goal. Nicely aimed pass. Gavi. And it's Olmo. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Valverde. Traoré. Valverde. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
De Jong. And it's Gavi. Now it's Gordon. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. Knocks it out wide. Traoré. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's the end of the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And that's the second half started. Garcia breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Koundé. And Martin. Christensen. Here's Gordon. Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. Cross flung in towards the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
Ferran Torres. Now, what about a counter-attack? Chouameni. Gordon. And it's Olmo. That's beautifully weighted. Gordon! And he's running through! They've got to be quick to recover this. They're up to 5 corners now. Dani Olmo plays it short. And he has been fouled there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. It's a good 35 yards out, this. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Now it's Gordon. Martin. Lovely, now then. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide, and he's definitely onside. Can he finish? De Jong. That has been slung wide. Gavi. This is De Jong. Gordon is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this...
Oh, he's all alone, and he shoots! And a goal! And the comeback is complete. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That's gone loose. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Christensen. And it's Gavi. That's put paid to the danger. Kubasi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's played it back. Konate with the clearance. And Kubasi. Koundé over to the other side.
Well spotted.
And Araujo. Christensen. And it's Olmo. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran, big chance! And it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 32. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 24, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 3, el dorsal 22.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Balde. Well, what about it? Barcelona are taking this the full distance. Terrific stuff. Now he's off and running. No, he's not going to get any further than that. It's a searching pass. Ferran Torres. Chance for a shot!
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Has a look and plays it forward. Cucurella. There will be a throw-in. That is lovely. Hangs one in. That's a decent clearance. Yamal. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Pedri.
Endrick really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Yamal. Eric Garcia. And it's Bernal.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do
El
it.
dorsal 7.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Clinical, just clinical. What a... And that's that. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Ferran Torres, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Well, how will we look back on that?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Dani Olmo. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast and he's easing that out of his game, and he can go all the way to the very top.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Chouameni. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Valverde is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Chance, surely! Great vision. It's a pretty loose pass. This is a promising build-up. And it's Olmo. Dani Olmo! Goal! Barcelona! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Space for him to turn and look. Bellingham. Gordon. Now it's Ferran Torres. Tries to play it through. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, now he can run away. Can he finish? Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Dani Olmo with the short one. Pinches it off him. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is a little undercooked. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Very nearly half an hour gone here. He's having a shot! And he's found the net! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Bellingham. That has been cut short. Koundé. Kubasi. And Araujo. Balde. And it's Balde. Now it's Mbappe. Succumbs to the pressure. No, that's been intercepted. He won't be happy with that one. He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Eder Militao. Valverde. And here's Ferran Torres. He's a sharp little ball here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chouameni. That's an imaginative pass. Bellingham has the space to scheme. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Koundé. Eric Garcia. De Jong. Eric Garcia.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's Olmo. Passes short and sharp.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
It's a good 35 yards out, this. And here's Mbappe. Looking for the run. And the shot! It's hit the upright.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Takes a shot! He scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Madrid have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Balde. And Araujo. Oh, he's been caught napping! Gavi. Gordon, looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
That's put paid to the danger. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. He slings it in, well read, and the danger is averted. Eric Garcia, almost an hour gone, and he welcomes it in. Now it's Gordon. Dani Olmo. And it's been hooked away. And he's there to retrieve it. And he's lost his man here. Vinicius Junior. Dani Olmo. Araujo. And it's Gavi. For Ferran Torres. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20, el dorsal 3, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 24, el dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 16, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Araujo. And he can clear it away.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
And he's forced to go back. Rodrigo going after that. And reclaimed it in a trice. Turns back here, probably the best option. Martin. And it's Lopez. Played with finesse. Martin receives it in a wide position. Konate gets it away. Bernardo Silva is there to clear.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pedri. And he's there to belt it away. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And the shot! There's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Barcelona dragged themselves back again.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank. Madrid clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Diaz. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Who saw this coming? This is going right to the wire. Rafinha makes a move down the right. He is through here. Rafinha! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Barcelona found the way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including stoppages?
The message is simple, defend this with your lives.
El dorsal 14 será reemplazado por el dorsal 9.
Defending of the desperate variety. Cucurella. Pedri. And it's Koundé. Fermin. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Rafinha taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do... Decent chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay on side.
That has not gone well. Eder Militao. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this player, Anthony Gordon, is someone who's really impressed me in recent games. He's very hard-working, quite versatile. He has an excellent attitude, and he just keeps on ploughing away. I'm just curious to see whether he'll be allowed to operate more like an inside forward, because that's when he seems to be at his most productive.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team.
Eric Garcia.
Dani Olmo. That's a nicely weighted pass. Chouameni. And here's Gordon. Looking for the run. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Jong. And here's Gordon. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Bellingham. Still goalless at the moment. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Gordon. Nice-looking ball. Good ball over the top. It's a promising position. He is through here. It's a pretty loose pass. Chouameni. It's Vinicius Junior. Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Kubasi. Araujo. And Balde. And it's De Jong. And it's Balde. De Jong. And Dani Olmo. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Eric Garcia.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great vision. And a chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
He's had it taken off him. Bellingham.
Valverde.
Now, can they get him all? Oh, terrible pass. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Vinicius Junior.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Barcelona are down to 10 men.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
El dorsal 2.
And he's well positioned here. Can he get on the end of this?
Barcelona
Can, of course, make a change whenever they choose.
Bellingham does well to get it back.
Valverde shot a goal! It's hit the upright, and he scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Kubasi. And it's Fort. This is De Jong, looking for a runner. No, that's been intercepted. Bellingham.
Alexander-Arnold.
For Valverde.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Lovely feet. And it's Bellingham, distributed tidily. And that's played in low. Balde gets it away. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Gordon was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Hector Fort. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Balde. De Jong.
Eric Garcia.
Looking to add to his goal. Driving forward.
Valverde.
Gavi. Balde.
Ferran Torres.
Gordon being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
De Jong. It's Gavi. And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Gordon. Oh, this is a great position. That's put paid to the danger. Oh, that's well spotted. Hector Fort. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 21, el dorsal 6 serán sustituidos por el
It's
dorsal 8,
Alexander-Arnold.
el dorsal 16.
They're urging him to shoot. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Fermin.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Now it's Gordon.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
Fermin.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. Not a hint of offside here.
And the shot! We've got a goal! And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid leading now.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 3, el dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 10.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Can he get it through? Good read, needed to be. And he's there to get it away. He's shifting through the gears here. The referee's awarded a free kick. So what can they conjure from this one?
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
And here's Lopez. Now there's a fine ball. Place it in low. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Hector Fort. Barcelona now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Goulet ventures forward. The final 5 minutes. Gordon! No, not quite on the same wavelength.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 14.
Rafinha. Pedri. Goulet. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Pedri. And it's Lopez. And he's gone looking for safety. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they... So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
We are just getting started. It's a throw-in. Eder Militao. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. OK, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Gordon just eases him off the ball. Gordon was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's having a shot! Of course!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
En el minuto 15,
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Gavi, that's destined for the flank. Great vision, he can run onto that. Big chance! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Goal.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bellingham. Looking for a runner. Rodrigo looking to receive it in space. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Araujo. Gavi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Olmo. The ball has bounced loose now. Rodrigo herring off. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Eric Garcia. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ferran Torres is flagged offside. Nice physical challenge. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Bellingham spread out to the left. Vinicius Junior venturing down the left. Well read, nice interception.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, nicely intercepted. Barcelona are still behind as we reach out for half-time. And they win it back again. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's got away. Rodrigo ventures forward. And he's there to belt it away. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Ferran Torres. It's a good foot in there. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Alexander-Arnold. And that's gone loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. He is through here. And he whips it in. Koundé clears without hesitation. Ferran Torres. Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Eric Garcia. Bout of passing here, really easy. Shapes to shoot! But he's left disappointed. And this could be the final action of the first half. Gavi with the short one. And that brings the first half to a close. Some first half thoughts?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
So off we go again. I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? Great ball if he can get there. It's a promising position, and it's Gavi. And he welcomes it in. He's on it, can he get away? Shot, surely! And he makes no mistake. It is an explosive start to the second half.
Eric Garcia really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 11.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Barcelona cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. This is De Jong. Eric Garcia stood up well to him there. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. De Jong.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
That's an excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold can clear it away. Koundé.
Barcelona have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gordon being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible... Takes a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe back and defending. And it's Gavi. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
This is the time you need that pace.
Cucurella. De Jong. Knocks it into space.
There's the shot!
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 3, el dorsal 20, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 14, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 16, el dorsal 15.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Cucurella, nicely weighted ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Koundé, Pedri, spread to the right, engages and forces him off the ball. Martin. Lopez,
He's had a shot! Oh, it's gone in! Barcelona are back in business.
the invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Chouameni, and it's Alexander-Arnold. And they've got a throw. Alexander-Arnold. Ball's out once more. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Brahim Diaz is in a really good position out wide. Well, what about it? Barcelona have dragged it back at the last. Pedri. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Foot in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's picked it up out wide. Bernardo Silva. Camavinga. Nice interception, well timed. Rafinha. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Araujo, and it's Martin. This is a promising build-up. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14 será reemplazado por el dorsal 25.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Just 5 minutes left. Martin. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Koundé.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Space for him to turn and look. It's a sweeping cross. Deftly away. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Cucurella. Looking for the run. Bernardo Silva receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Camavinga has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
He'd been asking for that, Peter, and it puts him under much more pressure now.
And that should get the job done. They'll have to settle for that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We're up and running then. He won't be happy with that one.
Vinicius Junior.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tchouameni is the guilty party there. Camavinga. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouameni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Cucurella. And the counter is on. Now it's Bellingham. And it's Valverde. Valverde unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Just the keeper in his way. They're urging it.
Shot, surely!
Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Driving on and making good progress. Still goalless at the moment. Camavinga. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham. Threads one in. In by Vinicius Junior. That's a decent clearance. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Camavinga. Konate. Cucurella. Aimed beyond the defence.
He's having a shot!
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Valverde. And that interception was most necessary. And it's Bellingham. And here's Camavinga. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Plays a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. Lovely bit of skill. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And that has left him in a heap. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it into space. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Tchouameni gets it away. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Tries to pass it through. Oh, what a mistake! He's in a great position here, and it's made its way to him. That's going to go a long way. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. The second half is up and running. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Valverde. Played back towards his own goal.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Cucurella. It's Camavinga. Tchouaméni running with intent. Now, what about a counter-attack?
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cucurella. Pressing high and with purpose. And that is out of play. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Valverde. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Vinicius Junior. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Tchouaméni. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 10. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 20, el dorsal 15.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
El dorsal 11.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Goulet. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Passing nice and neat. Chance for a shot! Brilliant from Hendrick! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the game has lifted off. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Great vision.
He's had a shot! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bernardo Silva is wide and looking to get onto this. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And it's Rudiger. Rodrigo!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Dumfries. Now Eder Militao. Dumfries. Couler. And here's Rodrigo.
Great chance!
And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Cucurella. Couler. Tchouameni. And Rodrigo. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, it's Endrick. Oh, he's all alone. That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's picked it up out wide. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. This looks promising. Camavinga. They'll have to settle for that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
So straight into the action. Tchouameni. And it's Camavinga. And here's Valverde. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. And here's Vinicius Junior. A vicious ball here. A header! He's done very well to get to that.
Bellingham is offering a wry smile there.
Mbappe. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Alexander-Arnold. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bellingham had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's going across goal. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's in a good position. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's Tchouaméni. And now a sudden chance to counter. Quality ball. Not a hint of offside here. And the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Cucurella. And it's Camavinga. Bellingham. And Cucurella. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Bellingham. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Bellingham. And no, that was never going to make it. He's had it taken off him. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Bellingham. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Alexander-Arnold. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Now it's Mbappe. That ball looks a good one. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Eder Militao. Cucurella. Valverde. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's got away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Oh, that's a key interception. It's not an especially good pass, that.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Knocks it into space. And he shoots! That was mighty close.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 20.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Mbappe being watched hawkishly here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chouameni, no breakthrough, and well into the second period, it is still anyone's game. Goulet, and he was quick to react. This looks promising. And it's Cucurella. It's a promising position. Bernardo Silva.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Goulet. He's found a way past. Goulet. Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That has ended up in no man's land. Vinicius Junior. Bernardo Silva. And it's Diaz. That's Brahim Diaz. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
There's Diaz. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over, gives it back.
Yeah, probably the best option. It had to go back. Madrid clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Chouameni. Cucurella. And it's Alexander-Arnold. This is a promising build-up. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 12, el dorsal 17, el dorsal 7 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 24, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 11.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Shot, surely!
But he's left disappointed.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Eder Militao.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
And Gula, Carreras, in with the challenge. Chance here to counter. Camavinga. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Goulet. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's really well manoeuvred.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bernardo Silva. Brahim Diaz. And that signals the end. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Vinicius Junior is onto this. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Camavinga, nicely spread.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Looks a good ball through. Great chance! It's in!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
That was a given, it always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all.
Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He's beaten the last man. Oh, a real chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. That's good play. It's run loose here. Traoré, Mbappe, and he was alert to it. Traoré. Back where it came from. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. And he plays one through. He's free, he has got space. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's on it, he's in one-on-one. Vinicius Junior! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Delivered low. Traoré. Alexander-Arnold.
Shapes to shoot!
Bellingham. No, again there's no way through. And here's Mbappe. Great vision. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Madrid presented with a golden opportunity here. This for genuine comfort. Off the post! And he's quick to get rid. And it's Valverde. Vinicius Junior
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Bellingham. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Camavinga. Camavinga was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now that's a lovely exchange. Now it's Bellingham.
And the shot!
Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Madrid find a position of... Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. The player's body language here is a bit grim, it is not looking great at all. Valverde! And that is high. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There's the shot! Oh, good finish!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Madrid may be down, but not out just yet. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bellingham.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Threads one in. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, just skips past his man.
Can he finish?
It's a goal! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score.
And that is the end of the first half.
Madrid are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Madrid leading by 3, and normally that would do, and some. But this feels like no ordinary game. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Great defending, strong and determined. And that is a little undercooked. Well, that pass isn't the best. Chouameni. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Might want to be careful there.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Now that's well seen too. Valverde. And claimed it back swiftly. Cucurella. Eder Militao cuts it out. Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 6.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So we're very much on the way now. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold making good progress on the right-hand side. That's a super give and go. Shapes to shoot! And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Decent chance! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Bernardo Silva. Pass is short and sharp. Now he's got space here. Now it's Endrick.
Madrid really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Looking for a runner. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And he was quick to react.
Madrid really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Goulet. It's Bernardo Silva.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Chips it through. Real chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Now this could be a chance. He's picked his Hendrick!
He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madrid have their third corner. And it's a poor one. Well, he has managed to get that all wrong. Rudiger. Cucurella. Now it's Mbappe. Goulet. And it's Arda Goulet.
Madrid certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Valverde. Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's Bellingham. Madrid have reclaimed it. Eder Militao. Valverde. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Mbappe. Ambitious ball here. Hendrick providing an outlet on that flank. That's very neat. Plays it in. There's the shot! Tchouaméni clears it away. Bernardo Silva. Goulet. This is a promising build-up. He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way. Goes for a shot!
Oh, good finish! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Vinicius Junior, and he's managed to get free. Rudiger does well to stand up to him. Bernardo Silva. And it's Valverde. Goulet. Tchouaméni. Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Valverde cuts out the pass. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He won't be happy with that one. Bernardo Silva. Eder Militao. Goulet. Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Vinicius Junior wants to run onto this.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
Madrid
dorsal 20,
get their fourth
el
corner.
dorsal 8, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 12. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 5, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 24.
And now they can spring out of defence. Brahim Diaz. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's destined for the flank. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Great vision. Oh, he's been caught napping. Very nicely done. Now, can he find a finish? He'll try from distance. Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Dumfries. Camavinga. Can he get it through? Somewhat off target. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 17, el dorsal 10.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
El dorsal 18, el dorsal 11.
Chouameni. He's chosen to go back. Now it's Camavinga. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. They're up to 5 corners now.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Chouameni. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bernardo Silva. And here's Brahim Diaz.
Brahim Diaz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. And it's Cucurella. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
And the shot!
No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's beautifully weighted. He is through here.
Chance! And a neat finish! And this is getting better and better.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid had surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And that will be it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Pueden informarse en las oficinas del estadio.